Okay. And we are live in all the places.
Excellent. Welcome all. We'll be starting in a minute. This is the Chief AI Officer Friday Q&A weekly catch-up call. We'll be starting in a moment. Appreciate you being here to join us today. And we'll get going in just a minute. You can go ahead.
Okay.
Please and thank you. Oops, you there?
I am. Yeah. They're coming in.
Hang on, my audio just frizzed out. Literally
Test
heard it
one, two,
frizz.
three.
Okay, can you say something?
Test one, two, three.
Great.
Good morning, everyone. Hello.
Morning.
Morning. We're going to kick things off in just a moment.
That looks like a comfy warm sweater there, Megan. Where are you
It is.
located?
It's cold here.
Hello,
Well,
everybody. Welcome to the Chief AI Officer Friday Q&A call. I am having audio problems this morning.
I can hear you finally.
I don't think he can hear us, is the.
Literally was just talking with Megan and I heard my speakers go.
Oh, no. I'm in Texas, Jonathan.
Well, if you have Office 365, Teams comes
Not
free.
good. Bounce out. I will be right back.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in Texas. It's not as cold as it is in other places, but it's cold for me.
Let me see. We're supposed to get an Arctic blast tonight. It's supposed to be a high of 11 tomorrow.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, we'll feel some of that, but not 11 degrees. We
We're
didn't
in
even get
Texas.
we didn't even get any of the snow or ice or anything in that last round. It just got cold and rainy.
Where in Texas are you?
About 30 minutes south of Dallas.
All right, I'm back. Welcome, welcome.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yay. Yes. Fabulous.
Got my new bionic hearing tools too, so all good.
AI integrated.
AI in my ear canal. Welcome everybody. This is the Friday Chief AI Officer Q&A call. My name is Lee Pomerantz. I am a fellow here at Chief AI Officer. I am also a Chief AI Officer, and I am also the Chief Marketing Officer here, so I wear lots of hats. I would like to welcome everybody who is joining us on the call in our Zoom account today. I'd like to welcome everybody who is joining us on the call through one of the live stream platforms that we have going up right now. The Friday call and the Monday tool call that we do here at Chief AI Officer every week is open to the public for general consumption. We like sharing what we know. We like putting value in advance out there. We have calls all throughout the week. There's a Monday afternoon call, there's a Tuesday call, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and this call on Friday on different topics, prompting, AI governance, business blueprint, lots of great topics going on all during the week on live calls. So we invite you to join and check us out. If you are not a member of our community yet, you can check it out for a $1 trial, and you can go to chiefaiofficer.com/learn dash more. So that's chiefaiofficer.com/learn dash more. And we welcome you to join our community. That gets you a $1 14-day trial. You'll see inside the community a little bit as we get into our call here and see all the cool things that are in there. So if you are not a member, we welcome you to join us. So again, welcome to everybody who has joined us this week. The agenda for the call is really pretty simple. We're going to talk about what happened in the world of Chief AI Officer in our community. We're going to talk about some news updates and items that happened in the world of AI in general that we feel are important to share. And it's all about Q&A. So if you have questions, if you have something that you're working on, something you don't know about, this is a Q&A call. So definitely feel free to raise your hand, or you can just come off mic and say, "Hey, Lee, I got a question," and we will look at you and engage and get your questions answered. So don't be shy about that. It's one of the main reasons that we have this call as a community, is to help each other on our journey. So again, welcome to everybody. I would like to introduce Megan Monique, who is our community coordinator. And excuse me, Megan has some updates to share with us. So Megan.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. I feel like this Friday arrived very quickly. It seemed to sneak up out of nowhere. So I want to just celebrate our new students that we have this week inside of the Chief AI Officer certification program: John Payne, Tyler Kraft, Carrie Raymond, and Karen Rentamaki. I've seen several of you in classes already this week, so I hope that you're enjoying your experience, and let us know if there's anything that we can do to support you. You can message me personally in Circle if you have any questions or hangups, or you need any support with how best to make your experience for the certification process. And we don't have any graduates to announce this week, so if you are in the certification program, every Friday we announce who has crossed that threshold of graduating through the program, and please use that as motivation to get your capstone in, complete the certification process, and let us celebrate you on these calls and in our community. We know what it takes to complete that certification program, and getting across that finish line is an achievement for sure. So we want to see your name here on this screen on Fridays. The other thing that I want to mention is this coming Monday, we do not have any calls or classes in our community. So just know that Tuesday, our regular schedule will resume. And then the following Monday, on January 27th, we have an AI governance call. We do that every Monday. But this time we have a special guest, and Kristen Purdue is the one who leads the AI governance class. ML Secured is going to be the guest on that class. They're going to share vital insights on risk, compliance, and the security of AI. So we're hoping to have more guests in the future. A lot of times those calls are there's slides covering specific principles, and then sometimes it's a community discussion where we're asking questions and brainstorming together about how to approach certain things in the realm of AI governance and ethics. But you definitely want to come to this particular class on the 27th with our special guest. And then the last thing that I want to mention is our fabulous leaderboard. So Wayne Clayton is in number 1 this week. Steve Berman, who I know is here, congratulations, you are in number 2. Karan is also here and he's in number 3. And then I see Chris Duffy, who I have not seen on the leaderboard before, sneaking up in number 5, and Donald Haish, or no, number 4, and Donald Haish in number 5. So this the leaderboard is accumulated by those who post, like, comment, and contribute most inside of the community space. This is another thing that we acknowledge every Friday. So if you do want to get your name out there, engage in the community. There, we provide so many different resources as part of Chief AI Officer, but hands down, one of the most value points of this community is the collaboration from everybody who's a part of it. And you really get a well-rounded experience just by being in the classes, engaging in conversations with other people who are here. So I encourage you to do that as much as possible. And I think that completes my segment for today, Lee.
Cool.
Don't
Thanks,
forget
Megan.
that Chris is, like special forces, so of course he snuck his way in.
Sneaky covert.
Good to know. Yeah, appreciate it, Megan. If you could get the screen back to me, that would be great. So yes, welcome to our new students. We know what the path forward looks like in terms of going through the program. We are here to support you. We are here to help you. We've been down that road and we're all at various points along our AI journey. So if you need some support, if you need some help, this is an amazing community, and we invite you to take advantage of all the resources that are available so that you can start your AI journey or accelerate your AI journey depending on where you are in the path. All right, I'm going to do a quick screen share here and get over to this. Okay. Hopefully everybody can see me there. All right. So wanted to share, I'm going to throw this link in here. This was something new that popped in to the community. One of our community members, Don, shared this cool little experiment. I threw the link in there. Try this out in ChatGPT, and it's basically seeing how much ChatGPT knows about you and a little self-analysis here. So we've had a bunch of people go through this with some interesting results. So we invite you to go through, check out this little prompt sequence that Don shared with us, and see how AI can enlighten and shed some light on you and your personality and all those good things. Want to remind everybody that we do have our next challenge coming up. That is going to be starting on Tuesday, the 21st. So it will be a 2-day challenge on Tuesday, the 21st, and Wednesday, the 22nd, starting at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. This is a free event. If you are not looking at your screen right now, you can go to challenge.chiefaiofficer.com and get registered for that free event. It's about 90 minutes to 2 hours on each of those days, so block that time out. It's a great resource. It's a great opportunity to learn about AI. The content in the challenge is updated on a regular basis, so it's a great way to stay fresh. I see several of our chief AI officers who have gone through the program and received their certifications that are still coming in and attending on challenges. So check out the challenge. It's starting on Tuesday. And again, it's challenge.chiefaiofficer.com. If I'm going to talk about the challenge, I'm going to talk about the affiliate program. So we invite you to join our affiliate program. This is a great way to earn some money and get compensated for promoting our program to your network, people in your world that you know. There is no cost to join the affiliate program. You do not need to be a chief AI officer. You do not need to be in our AI insider community. You can just go to the chiefaiofficer.com homepage and down at the bottom, click the link where it says affiliate program. We have a challenge coming up, as I said, on Tuesday. So between now and then is a great time to get signed up for the affiliate program. If you're not signed up, it's a great time to get the word out if you are an affiliate or you're recently signed up as an affiliate to promote the challenge that's coming up and get your friends and family and people you know to come on in and join the challenge. Steve, what's up, sir?
Shoot, I hate when I do that. Sorry. Is there a difference between having somebody sign up for the challenge or have them sign up to just to be an affiliate? Or it's the same thing. You sign up for the challenge and you're automatically an affiliate for 14 days. And that's where I'm kind of confused.
No problem. Great question. Thank you for asking it. Signing up as an affiliate is a separate activity. So the only way that you can sign up to become an affiliate in our program, and again, it's free, and again, you don't need to be in the community or anything like that, is to go to our homepage, and down at the bottom of the homepage is a link that says uh, affiliate program, and you click on affiliate program and there's a form to fill out. You get an email back that takes you to another form. You fill that out and boom, you're in. So that's a separate enrollment activity, separate from anything else that you're doing with our program,
Okay.
whether it's the insider community, whether it's the certification community or anything like that. That's a separate activity.
Yeah, maybe we should talk about this offline, but I have an affiliate entry link, but it's connected to a group. So maybe we should talk about that offline. I don't think I have the right link.
Okay, hit me in circle and we will get you figured out quickly so that you can take fast action on the upcoming challenge.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Good question. Thank you for asking that. Okay, so just wanted to share those real briefly and come back here to smiling faces. We see some new people in here, which is always wonderful and enjoyable. I would like to open the floor up, and we're at the point of our call where we're going to talk about wins of the week. So if you've got a win this week that you would like to share with us, a win could be something new that you learned. A win could be a new project that you're working on, both either in your job if you work for somebody or a new client that you've picked up if you have your own business. So I would like to ask anybody who has a win that they would like to share with us to do so. And let's get some community love for the wins that you're happening this week. Kim, good morning.
Good morning. So I have the opportunity next week to speak as a guest lecturer for a doctorate program for health administration. And my topic was really around the modern CFO and really sharing with them. But they have asked me now to expand it to using AI as a thought leader. And so I'm really excited about sharing this with these healthcare executives. So actually can sort of springboard into what they can do with AI, because as I do these one-on-ones with CEOs, finding that most of them really don't know what to do with it. So getting in front of this doctoral program, it's 22 students. It's an inaugural program, and I'm excited about being able to share with them how to use it and then where I can help them.
Sweet. We've talked about this book in the past, but The AI Driven Leader by our friend Jeff Woods.
Yep.
This is all about using AI as a thought partner. There's a prompt that he's built, which is publicly available, but this whole book is all about, thinking in AI and how to use AI as a leader in your organization and be a thought leader. So, Kim, if that's not something that is a resource you're going to tap into for your talk, I encourage you to revisit that. And I know it's on your list. So,
It is on my list. I also have attended Jeff's session. So he and I are very much on the same page about how to use it as a thought partner. I call it a lot of times your draft author. And,
Okay.
so partner and author. And it's exciting times for everyone as they look at how to do their work more efficiently, but also do it in a way that perhaps we have better products out of the work we're delivering because there are things we're not thinking of, or the obvious that we forget about that sometimes we bring consultants in to do for us. And do we really need them, or can AI help replace that service?
The other, yeah, absolutely. The other thing that I just wanted to share with you, if this isn't on your radar screen, I'll put it back on there for you. Um, Paul Raitzer at the Marketing AI Institute has a CEO GPT that he developed. So there's a webinar here where he talks about it, and then you can go to the tool, and it's co-CEO. Again, this is aimed at, the C-suite and the leadership in an organization. It's how to build a custom GPT that is basically your co-CEO. There's extensive documentation here. Paul basically shares his whole prompt for it. He shows where you plug in your domain expertise that you have. He shows where you plug in company information so that this thing can really operate at. I haven't played with this yet. It's on my list, but again, for who you're talking to, this would definitely be an appropriate thing to turn them on to as something they can play with.
Yep, I'd encourage you to play with it because it is very enlightening. And so I would suggest getting some time with it.
Oh,
Yep.
you've already played with it.
Yeah,
Cool.
I've already played with it.
Well, all right. I can't help you today, Kim. You're ahead
No,
of
but I
me
think
on
this is a good
everything.
promotion
She's a
about the
rock star.
resources
You
that are out
can't help
there.
her. She's a rock star. You cannot
You're
help
ahead
her.
of you're ahead of me. I'm trying to help you, and you're ahead of me on everything. All right. So
No, but you got to
no,
remember, not
that's okay.
everybody's going to remember.
Where am
That's
I
okay.
heading?
I gotta come up with something new for you. So now I have a mission for
Perfect.
the day. Jonathan, good morning. How are you, sir?
Well, I'm blessed. Thanks for asking. I just want to note that if you have Amazon Prime, the AI driven leaders, and you have the Kindle app, which is free, you can get the AI driven leader electronically and read it on your phone for like 99 cents or something like that.
Sweet.
So it's a very fast read. It's if you're new to the world of business and culture, um, it can be very enlightening. If you've been in an executive team for a long time, there's a lot of things there like, yeah, I've seen that a lot. So, but it's a pretty quick read at the end of the day. It's like, if you sit down and read, it's like 5 hours total. So it's like a Harry Potter book.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, it's a great book. Thank you, Jonathan. I've gone through it once, and it's actually on my list to go back and go through it again. So appreciate the
You
input
have a
on
lot of things on your list, Lee.
that.
There's so much going on right now in this world. It's hard to keep up with it, for sure.
You have no idea. My list spilleth over. Steve, good morning, sir. Again.
Hey, everybody. I have two things, one related to CAIO and one not. I just put it under the wins and the community pulse. I got named as one of the top 10 EO bloggers for Entrepreneurs Organization for 2024, which is a huge accomplishment because there's some really super smart people in that organization. So very excited. Also, I spoke to the Livingston Township. It's a big town where I'm from. There's like, I don't know, 50,000 people in the town. And I had a whole big presentation, my normal one, and I just went to Gamma in the morning before my 9 o'clock appointment. And I used chat and I said, tell me what problems townships have that can be solved using artificial intelligence. And it gave me a whole list. I said, great, now make it into cards. It gave me a whole list of slide deck presentation points. I put that into Gamma. I came up with a presentation that I could edit really quick. And in like literally, I know Chris Daigle says 15 minutes, but I swear to God, in 15 minutes, I had a whole presentation that addressed all of his concerns he already had. So it ended up where we're going to start out with doing a training because nobody in the whole township is doing anything. And I was able to secure them 25 people for $4,000 on training. So 2 hours of training, $2,000 an hour. I think it'll be a good day. So that was a really big win for me. So now I just got to get them to approve it to the town manager, and away we go.
Very, very cool. Excellent. So the wins we share are inspirational for all of us as we're going through the path of learning and venturing out and executing in the marketplace. So we share them for inspiration. We share them for ideas of, oh, hey, that person's doing that. That's I hadn't thought about that. That would be a cool thing to do as well. So we appreciate it. Congratulations to everybody who shared their wins. Congratulations for taking action, going out there, kicking butt, taking names, whatever it is that you're doing. But bring those wins back, share them with us because it's an important component of what this community is all about and how we share and help each other. Great. Any other wins or comments
Can I
before?
share one comment real quick? I think this is important for everybody. And it's really relevant in my book, which is called Just Get Up and Drive. But it's got a guy on a rowing boat and he's rowing towards the horizon. And the horizon is his goal. And we all do this. We all have goals that we set, and we constantly are working towards those goals and working towards those goals. But you don't stop and look behind you to see how far you've gone or how many things you've accomplished often enough to give you the encouragement to keep driving, to keep moving forward. So celebrate your wins is the moral to the story. Be happy, be thankful about how far you've come because, man, like I think Vegas said it earlier, like, God, it's Friday already. Yeah, it is Friday already. It was just Monday for me too. I feel you. But I try and celebrate the wins along the day, in the way, and I think that's good for everyone else.
It's a great point. I myself suffer from I don't know what the name of it is, but I'll get a
Falling in
win.
the gap.
Yeah, I'll get a win and I'm already looking onto, okay, that's done. What's next? And you don't take a moment to appreciate the win, to acknowledge yourself, to recognize the work you put into it, just all those things. It's just, yay, I won. What's next? So yeah, definitely an important point to keep in mind. And Steve, I appreciate you sharing that with us. Alrighty, let's dig into some news and fun things that are happening in the world of AI this week. There's a lot going on, as there always is. Alrighty, I keep losing chat. Why do I keep losing chat? Okay, so first off, we have some news from the World Economic Forum. I'm going to share two links for this. This is the article from the Marketing AI Institute, and this second link is a link to the actual report itself. So the key takeaway, this is a think group. They published this jobs report. The jobs report is a beefy report. It is 295 pages, I think. So this is one of those things where you download the report, you put it into Notebook LM, and you have a conversation with the document. Perfect use case for using Notebook LM. But here's some of the key takeaways that came out of this report. And again, they publish this annually. So this got dropped earlier this week. Warns the World Economic Forum report, jobs report warns that AI is said to dramatically transform the global workforce with a significant portion of employers anticipating job reductions due to automation functions. So, quick summary, AI is set to deeply impact the global workforce. 40%, that's a significant number, 40% of employers may reduce employment due to AI automation. Half aim for major AI-driven business transformations. Upskilling is critical. This is a little sunshine here. So upskilling is critical, with 77% of employers planning workforce reskilling by 2030. So that's an important thing to keep your eye on, and how what we do can help those employers who are looking to upskill their workforce. 77% of employers. How are they going to do that? They're looking for people like us to help. Lack of AI skills presents the greatest challenge in the job market. Future AI skills focus on AI. What they're looking for as the top skills to focus on would be analytics, and I lost my place here. Sorry. Future AI skills focus on AI, big data, and technological literacy. And preparation for AI's impact is critical, balancing disruption with opportunity. So I encourage you to either take a look at the article on Marketing AI Institute. They also have a link to their blog post this week where they discuss this, but this is an important piece of information looking out. They talked to a lot of business leaders. I don't remember what the sample size was, but this is also pretty fresh data. I think the data capture window was, I think, June through August of last year. So pretty fresh data on what the World Economic Forum sees as what's coming down the road. Um, our next item for news is from Sam Altman, CEO and co-founder of OpenAI. Now, some of the CEOs in the OpenAI space, I'm sorry, in the AI space, do take a more public presence approach. Some you don't hear from at all, but Sam is one of those that when he writes something, it's worth listening to and worth paying attention to. So he has written a post on his personal blog. It's blog.samaltman. I put that link in there. And what he has gone through in this conversation is basically saying that it's kind of a review of what's happened over the last 2 years. So he talks about how OpenAI has grown from a humble startup to a major player in AI with ChatGPT. He talked about facing some of the challenges, embracing governance, and aiming for AGI, artificial general intelligence, and superintelligence. So AGI is artificial general intelligence. That's where the AI models can do with maximum proficiency any job that a human can do. And then beyond that, we have super intelligence. So what he's talking about here is, and again, he's one of the guys that has the lab. So there's a lot of stuff in the lab that we don't see yet that they're working on. So this is kind of a peek behind the curtain a little bit in terms of what's in the lab. But he reflects on their growth and challenges. He talked about uh, setbacks that they had, and some of the internal strife that they've had with management and governance and things like that. But he basically says that, quote, "We are now confident we know how to build AGI as we have traditionally understood it." So that's a pretty bold statement. If he's saying we know how to build it, I'm guessing that it's in the lab or pretty close to being in the lab by making a statement like that. So things are continuing to move fast. He also said that in an interview with Bloomberg, his belief that AGI is near. And then he also took that a step further, saying that uh, superintelligence, which is the real prize that all these large language model organizations are going after, is coming sooner than most of us think. So he is putting that out there, and he talks about how do we get from AGI someday to we can do it now. So take a look at his perspectives. it's always an interesting read when Sam puts something out, puts something out there. It talks about the sudden shift and what's going on, and what's happening is the models are getting smarter, and that's accelerating the time. That's actually compressing the time, or it's accelerating the time that these models are going to be hitting the market. The newest announcement from OpenAI, and I haven't had a chance to play with this yet, is in ChatGPT, you can now schedule tasks. So there wasn't a lot of noise about this. It rolled out a couple of days ago. So scheduled tasks in ChatGPT enables automation of recurring tasks, providing updates even offline and helping to enhance productivity. So this was introduced in beta for people that are in the Plus, Pro, and Team versions, with wider access expected later. It's supported on ChatGPT Web, iOS, Android, and macOS, with Windows support coming soon. Just FYI, I've got the Windows ChatGPT app on my computer, and every time I've tried to open it, instead of going through a web browser, it doesn't open, or I don't know. So I got to look at that, but it may not be fully baked yet. So the new scheduling aspect allows scheduling of tasks and notifications via push or email. Users can manage tasks through a dedicated page and have up to 10 active tasks, and current limitations include no support for voice chat or file uploads. So by indicating what is currently not supported, they're clearly indicating what they plan to include and support at some point in the future. So I have not played with this yet. I don't know if anybody on the call has had a chance to play with scheduling in OpenAI yet. I saw somebody's hand go up for a second, and then it
Mine
went
was
over.
actually up for a second. I actually think there's a misconception or a misnomer on this. This task program, from what I've read on, is really about setting up things like Google will do alerts. So you can set up a task to go check on specific terms that are out there in the web. It's not like a task manager in your Outlook or your Google Mail app that you're using. It's more tasks in and around OpenAI and things that it can do.
Um, I hear you. It's talking about, scheduling, remind me about my mom's birthday at some point. So
Right, but
that's
that won't show up in your calendar under a reminder.
correct.
That's my point. It's not, it's all staying in within OpenAI's product of ChatGPT or whatever. And it's like, how many calendar task managers, whatever, do you really want to get involved with?
So I tried
Agreed.
this a little bit and said, remind me to do this in 2 hours. And as long as I had the Chat GPT window open,
Yes.
I remembered that. So thought that was pretty clever. But I also found that if I was not in Chat GPT, I didn't have a browser window open, then it didn't open it and tell me about it.
And that's where it's different from like your calendar app will still send
Yes.
a reminder to you.
So that's,
Like,
and
shouldn't
don't
your
get me wrong,
mobile app,
after that experience, I wasn't inclined to explore it any further, because I figure that's a pretty basic thing, but maybe they're working on it, and we'll see. We live in hope.
shouldn't your mobile app, or will the notification go out is like, hey, you did a task,
Well, I haven't tried it
There's
on
more to
the
play
mobile
with.
side.
There's more to find out. That's for sure.
I tried it once on the mobile app, but it got my time zone wrong, and it notified me at 2:48 in the morning. And I was like, when I get notified by stuff at that time, I believe that things are going down and I have to get up and attend to them. So, and I have other kinds of apps like from my security system on there, but the dogs weren't barking. So I think it's a great idea, but I think it has some work to do, in my opinion, just my opinion. So I did
There.
shut it all the way down, because until I figure it out, I don't want any more 2:48 a.m. alerts.
Yeah, exactly. Understood. Great feedback. Again, they didn't make a big splash about it. So, I think it's, a cool thing, but they're still going to be, rolling it out. All right. I'm going to close news that happened in the world of AI, going back to another economic analysis. And these come out, at the beginning of the year, which is always good. And they're sending a message or setting the tone for what's going to be happening. So, OpenAI has also released an economic blueprint. Now, if you recall, I think it was last week when the president at Microsoft wrote a piece about what he sees in terms of the direction Microsoft is going, the direction that the United States should be going in the world of AI. This is very similar. So there's two parts to this. There's a blog post, and then there's the actual document that you can download. So I'm just going to summarize some of the points that are in here. Again, similar to the Microsoft piece, I think this piece is being written to speak to the incoming administration, which starts on Monday, in terms of where these large tech companies see positioning themselves and see the need for the administration to support AI and provide the reasons why it's so important. So just real quickly, the OpenAI economic blueprint emphasizes the need for the United States to strategically engage and invest in AI to maintain global leadership, drive economic growth, and share equitably share AI's benefits while establishing common sense regulations that ensure safety without stifling innovation. So it highlights the significance of developing AI infrastructure, such as data centers. We're seeing billions and billions of dollars flowing into that. I believe the Biden administration yesterday or the day before signed something that was going to flow $20 billion federal into, data centers. And I forget who mentioned it, but they coined data centers. Instead of calling them data centers, we should call them intelligence factories. These data centers are really creating, they're producing intelligence in the form of AI. And it's not just a data center, but it's beyond data center functionality, that they're intelligence factories. So I thought that was interesting. So again, the blueprint promotes engagement, U.S. engagement to maintain global leadership and to avoid dominance by autocratic regimes, without mentioning any specific country name. It highlights the significance of developing AI infrastructure, such as data centers, chip manufacturing, and power plants to create jobs and stimulate economic input. So we've seen that NVIDIA is getting into the chip business, OpenAI is getting into the chip business. We have large construction projects, multi-billion dollar construction projects happening in the United States right now, where chip foundries are being built again in this country. We used to manufacture all the chips or most of the chips in the world, and I think we're down in a very small percentage. So we're bringing a lot of that back onshore, which is great. The document advocates for equitable AI access, ensuring shared prosperity across various communities and industries, compares past technological advances like the automobile industry in the US to illustrate the importance of progressive regulations that don't hinder innovation, urges the US government to develop clear, universal regulations for AI to ensure safety, promote competition, and provide freedom for developers and users, emphasizes the potential economic impact of investing in AI to prevent the flow of investments to competing nations, notably China. So we do get a mention of a country there. Champions a free market approach with clear accountability measures for the use of AI tools by developers and the government, aiming to prevent misuse of AI by authorities, calls for nationwide policies avoiding fragmented state-by-state regulations to reinforce a unified framework for AI development. And it announces an upcoming initiative called Innovating for America to discuss AI advancements and drive economic growth through forums with stakeholders starting on January 30th. So what we're seeing is, again, some of these large companies, Facebook put out a similar document. We've got OpenAI kind of staking, their flag on the ground of where they're envisioning things happening over the next 4 years. Again, I think these are messages to the administration that are indicating what the AI industry would like to see supported from the administration and the direction that these AI companies would like to see the administration go in terms of regulation and support and building data centers and infrastructure and everything else that has to go along with that. So the World Economic Forum jobs report and OpenAI's economic blueprint are two important pieces that came out this week that give us some insight into what kind of impact AI is going to have in the jobs space and what kind of impact companies like OpenAI and Facebook, which was posted last week and shared last week, are looking to get in terms of support and cooperation from the incoming administration. So those are the pieces of news that are happening. Any questions, comments, any questions on anything else that somebody may have thought of, or anybody new joined us that has a question? All right. So let's get into some activities that happened in our community. Get over here. If you're taking a look at my screen, this is the inside of our AI Insider community. So we can see community discussion where you can share questions and feedback, weekly wins, AI news and updates. So a lot of activity going on here. We have the video vault, which is where all of the calls that we have during the week are recorded. And what I'm going to do now is get into the last part of the agenda for this call, which is a quick overview of the calls that happened this week. And we do this so in case you missed a call, that you can say, oh, that sounds interesting. That's an interesting topic. That's an interesting tool. Or, oh, yeah, I was going to catch that call, so let me go back and catch it, which is why we record all the calls. On Monday, we had our AI tools and their use cases. This was guest led by a member of our community, Sherry Kotvis, and she talked about Gamma, transforming presentations with AI-powered automation. Steve mentioned Gamma earlier on the call. Gamma is a highly effective AI-driven tool for transforming content into visually engaging presentations, websites, and documents by utilizing AI-generated elements and customizable features. It's also just wicked cool to watch it work too. It's just fun to put content in and then see the kind of things that come out. And I never really learned PowerPoint. I was never a big PowerPoint advocate. I never worked in a company, thank goodness, where it was mandated as the communication tool of choice. So I'm thrilled that there's something like Gamma now. So she presented Gamma and talked about how they offer free and paid plans with features like AI generated content, customizable themes, and ChatGPT integration. She shared some limitations that exist in image generation with improvements suggested through targeted prompts and external tools. And she shared some of those tools, get to those in a second. And Gamma remains preferred over Beautiful AI and Microsoft PowerPoint just because of its unique capabilities. So when the ChatGPT and stuff really kind of started happening, there was a platform called Beautiful AI. We were talking about that. Gamma seems to be
I
taking
can tell you, just add on to that, Lee. I'm a fairly advanced PowerPoint guy, and I think that Gamma is just you can do so much more quickly if you're not a high-speed, low-drag, totally immersed PowerPoint person. Like I used PowerPoint 1.0 way back in the day and thought of it, but Gamma is just and you can put it in a format that PowerPoint can ingest if people don't want to touch Gamma. So it's very safe. If you haven't used it, I definitely recommend playing with it. If you want to move up, you're going to have to give presentations, and it's a simple and easy way to do it for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate that, Jonathan. And just going back to some of the other items, there were the resources that were discussed on the call, ChatGPT and Gamma, of course. She touched on Prompt Vault Studio. There's some good prompts in there for working with Gamma. And then she talked about Fathom and Otter as note-taking apps on calls. You'll see Fathom bots in a lot of our calls. We as a team use Fathom. And then she shared a new platform that I hadn't been familiar with or was not familiar with called recraft.ai. And it's for image generation, and it's supposed to excel at image generation where you need text in the image. So that's something that a lot of the models don't do very well. And some of the models have focused on that. Some companies have focused on that because of the models not doing it. So check that out and take a look at the call for Gamma
Is
that
that
we had
Recraft,
on Monday.
Lee?
I'm sorry?
Is that Recraft that does that? What was the one that? Oh, I'll go out there and read it. No worries. Okay.
That's okay. Yes, Recraft.
Recraft. Yeah, because that's useful. Thanks for sharing that. That'll be good.
Recraft.ai. Particularly, again, I haven't played with it, but they announce on their site or talk about on their site that they're, really good at images with text. All right. We have 2 calls on Monday because one's just not enough. And our Monday evening call is led by our fellow Christy Purdue. This is our responsible AI frameworks and strategies call. The session highlighted the importance of AI governance frameworks like NIST, IEEE, and AIGA in promoting ethical AI development, and discussed trends such as automated governance tools. So a lot of acronyms in here that I'm not particularly familiar with. Again, going back to NIST, IEEE, and AIGA frameworks for governance. NIST focuses on risk management with values like fairness and transparency. IEEE focuses on ethical design and societal impact. AIGA addresses design industry challenges adaptable to other fields. And Christy talked about how chief AI officers are crucial for implementing governance and accountability, and that trends include automated governance, global standard governance, and ethical AI certifications. So,
Lee, I can shed light on NIST and IEEE if you want more information.
absolutely, please share.
Yeah, so NIST is the National Institute of Standards and Technology, and where it plays mostly in technology is in the security space. It sets standards and creates documentation and frameworks for cybersecurity mostly, but it also covers a whole lot of other stuff, including medical testing and quality for throughput. And IEEE is the International Association for Electrical and Electronics Engineers, and they set highly technical standards for highly technical things. I don't want to really get into it. If you're not a double E, a software engineer, a mechie, or a physics guy, or a chemical engineer. But for example, the 8-layer technology stack is an IEEE standard. So that's what governs that. If you want more, holler at me. We could go on and into these things for hours and hours. If you want to know more about that stuff, get with me separately and I can talk to you about that. If anybody says they're an expert on either one of those things, they're kind of a liar because they are so broad and cover so much ground. You might be an expert on the part you know, but I will guarantee you there are hundreds of parts that you don't know anywhere near as well as the one you're an expert on. guarantee that.
And Jonathan, thank you so much for sharing that. And just for people that may not know your background on the call, could you just give a minute of your domain expertise and why you know this
Oh,
stuff?
so I'm a longtime CIO, CTO, and CISO. I was one of the founders of offensive cyberspace operations for the Department of Defense many years ago, and spent 5 years in Latin America where I ran all offensive cyberspace operations against anti-democracy insurgencies, drug runners, and other things that I'm not at liberty to mention. And I've been in the cyberspace and that kind of engineering world for 40 years. And I don't want any comments about how old I am, since I think I'm even older than Steve, and that's saying something. But Steve and I are both Marines, so he can take a swing at me later.
I'm letting you ride, man. I'm letting you run with it. Have fun. I'm not going to tell how old I am. I'm too good looking.
And back in the day, we decided that, internationally we had to come up with ways that we could do this stuff. Otherwise, every country, community, state, province, whatever, would have their own, and nobody would be able to talk. So I sat on many of those boards that developed many of those standards. What's that, Steve?
Sorry, I was telling my wife I was off mute. Sorry, I'm good now.
So, Jonathan, thank you. The point being, Jonathan knows what he's talking about when he chimes in and shares on these topics. So thank you for illuminating that. Just not everybody may know what your background is, but you speak with authority as a definite subject matter expert in this space, and we appreciate you being in the community, and we appreciate everything you share with the community and the value you bring. So appreciate that.
Thanks, Lee. I'm glad I could add value today.
Didn't mean to put you on the spot, but just wanted to share, put a little spotlight on you, because we appreciate everything that you do for us. All right. On the Tuesday call, this is our Prompting Essentials call, which is run by Segovia Smith, who is our COO and CPO, Chief Product Officer. And on this call Tuesday, Segovia hit on ChatGPT techniques and strategies, creating custom GPTs, and examining the projects feature. So the key takeaway here, looking at the advancement of custom GPTs and project features in ChatGPT in enhancing AI capabilities and improving the management of AI-driven workflows, encouraging continuous learning and adaptation in this really fast-moving landscape. Segovia went over some new prompting techniques and strategies for custom GPTs and managing AI workflows. He talked about the new the new OpenAI projects feature, similar to the projects feature that Claude has had for a while. He touched on Sora, a video tool to support AI management. And then he took a bit of a dive into capstone projects and some changes that we're making to dial in the capstone project component of our program. If you're new on the call, you, as part of your certification process, will be doing a capstone project. So we're getting that dialed in a little bit tighter. There's some custom GPTs that are being developed in terms of using them for ideation and review and things like that. So Segovia was always gracious with his time and knowledge. If you would like to catch this call, if you missed it, it's definitely a call worth going back to. Two more calls and we're off. So we're coming up at the top of the hour and we'll be done pretty quickly. On Wednesday, we had our AI Blueprint Consulting call. This is led by Wayne Clayton, one of our fellows. Wayne talked about effective AI consulting prospecting and how that involves understanding the niche and customizing communications to address client-specific pain points, thereby improving the chance of engaging decision makers. The word there is personalization. So how can you get very specific content, whether it's a Gamma presentation you're doing to pitch on somebody, or any number of things where you can really dial in on what this particular client's issues are and how you can bring solutions to the table for them. So he talked about building prospect lists, creating outreach emails. Key strategies include personalizing emails, again, personalization, understanding customer pain points, and seeking initial conversations rather than jumping right into immediate sales. He touched on NISC codes, which are classifications of businesses. So it's a government-based system where, if you're in this kind of industry doing this kind of stuff, then this is your NAICS code. And then he also put an emphasis on email deliverability, that you don't want to be spamming people and you want to make sure that you're maintaining the integrity of deliverability for the email messages that you're sending out. So AI industry developments a little bit, prospecting strategies, list building, sales process optimization. He talked about HubSpot and MailChimp as tools to use. Always a great call. So if you are an existing coach or consultant looking to layer in AI to the services that you provide your clients, or you are here because you're looking at going into a coaching or consulting or agency model for providing AI services, the Wednesday call is all about setting that up, making that happen, dialing that in, getting those clients, fulfilling on delivery, and the mechanics of doing all that. So if you're in that space and that information is important to you, please check out Wayne's call on Wednesday. And then last but certainly not least, we had a call that is being processed for the recording, but we had our AI workflow and automation call with our host, Chris Lannon, who's another one of our fellows. He provided a detailed walkthrough. So we actually went through and analyzed an AI agent that he had built on Make. And he included using Telegram as an interface to talk to and get information back from the agent. And used OpenAI. He shared a memory knowledge database and various specialized tools for taking tasks like research, messaging, scheduling, and inventory management. And then he demonstrated how the agent handles different user requests by intelligently routing them to the appropriate specialized agents. Kim, I see you're bouncing off. If you haven't bounced off already, she has left already. Okay. Key components that Chris hit on was architecture. He shared how Make lets you have director agents that route requests to other sub agents, specialized agents to deal with research, messaging, scheduling, and inventory, and then tools like Perplexity for search, web search, SMS, email, calendar, and inventory lookup. Chris went through a workflow. He talked about notable features that were in the model that he built, and then demonstrated the system's capabilities of exactly what it was that he built. So it was a practical example. It was a hands-on example, so it wasn't theoretical. The model, or the scenario, as it's called in Make, that Chris built and shared with us on the call last night, will be shared as we share all of them when the call recording gets posted, and that should be happening within a couple of hours. So if you want to load that into your copy of Make and play around with it and kind of do a reverse engineering, if you will, of, oh, that's interesting. How does that work? Oh, that comes from here. Oh, this comes from there. That's one of the mechanisms I use and have since I was a child. You can ask my mother, she's no longer around, but the toaster was taken apart, the blender was taken apart, the mix master was taken apart. That's how I learned how things worked in the house, was by taking them apart. And they usually went back together. But
So that was the ultimate question, wasn't it, Lee? Were you able to put them back together so they worked?
yeah, they were able to be put back together so they worked. Sometimes brushes for motors were missing and things like that, but minor details.
I won't say I've never done that. So,
If there were a few parts left on the workbench,
oops.
if it worked, those parts were obviously superfluous. We don't need these parts. All right. So that's the roundup of well, that was really weird. Okay, my computer locked up for a second. That's the roundup from this week. I want to thank you again all for being a part of our community, for joining us on our Friday call and contributing as much as you do. If you have any other questions, last call for questions, comments. Nope. All right. So thank you all. Have a great weekend. Some Arctic air is moving into the country, so stay warm wherever you are. And we will see you back on our calls. There is no call on Monday, so our Monday tool call and our Monday governance call will not be happening this week. So our call, I'm sorry, coming up next week. So our call schedule will pick up on Tuesday next week, and it will be the full complement of all the calls that are on the schedule. So we're just not doing calls on Monday. Steve, sir,
You want to
finger
stay on real quick after everybody jumps off, and I can just show you my screen real fast instead of
for
scheduling a time for that affiliate issue I had.
yes.
It'll take us
Let
two
me,
seconds to look at it. That's all.
yeah, we can definitely do that.
All right, cool.
Jonathan says we still have a mix master. Yep, great. They're built like tanks. They get handed down from generation to generation. All right, everybody. Appreciate you so much. Have a great weekend. And if there's anything I can do to help you out, Lee at chiefaiofficer.com. We're here to help. And have yourselves a great weekend, everybody. Steve, I'll hang
You.
on.
Peace. I can't kick them off. I'm not showing you my screen yet.
No, you're good.
Well, I got nothing to hide, but it's not the point. You know who's out there. There you go. All right.
Okay.
You can kill the recordings or leave them. I don't really care. Can I share my screen? I can.
Yeah, let me
It's I got nothing to hide in the recording. Who's gonna see it?
no, I'm just gonna well, who's gonna see the yeah, don't report.
Take your Fathom out. I
Yeah.
don't care.
Nah.
I mean, it's nothing that everybody that works at CIO can't look up on the back end.
No,
Somewhere.
I want to truncate the recording so when it goes through its processing process.
Oh, cool. All right. So
It's
anyway, here's a question. My affiliate entry is scaling up. Do I just give this link without the coupon code? Is that the trick? Because, like, I have the 1 day active challenge, which is this one, the 366.
that's the one. Yeah. So you've got two links. So what's
But
your
I
question?
one for scaling up. But there's an affiliate, and then there's someone that's in Chief AIO, or is everybody an affiliate? Then they decide to take a course.
No.
That's
The
what I'm
the
lost.
okay, so we have, for example, there's 500 and some odd people in the circle community. There's, as Chris was, there's probably 100 chief AI officer graduates. We have X number of people that are in the program,
Right.
and as of today, there are, around 50 affiliates. So it's a totally separate number. You have to sign up to be an affiliate and participate in the affiliate program. So
Okay, so how do I get credit for that, or that's totally there's no credit for that? That's just I tell them where to go
credit for what?
for the affiliate program. Is it a paid thing, the affiliate program, or not?
Yes, and you've brought sales in and you've got money due you. So when
Right, but I'm
you
trying to figure out which link it is that I'm going to be using for that to get
okay,
them to you.
if it's people that you want to get the scaling up price, which
It's this link here, and I give them the code that I got.
yes, you give them the link and the coupon code, and that gets them the best price that we
Yeah, it's
have.
$3,000 off. I get that, but it's like, what
Right.
if someone just wants to be an affiliate, but they don't necessarily want to go through the Chief AI Officer course?
Okay, so then they can go to the homepage. Okay, so to answer your question, we don't have multi-tiered affiliates. So if you bring somebody in as an affiliate, you don't get to participate on their take, which
Okay, fine. That
which
that
some
answers my question.
some
Totally
programs do.
fine. Yeah.
Some programs do have multi-tiered. We do not right now.
No, that's totally fine. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing out because there's a guy I had dinner with last night who knows Quran, ironically, a buddy of mine who's been used Quran for data SQL
Hmm.
work for like years, 15 years. And I mentioned Quran to him, but I said maybe you don't need to be a chief AI officer, maybe just an affiliate, so you could be a part of the trainings and that kind of stuff. And that's where I was confused. Okay, I think I got it. I'm good.
What else can I help you with today, my friend?
You can have a lovely day. I just paid my bill because I know Segovia wants to keep everything separate, but I just paid my bill online, so I am now caught up. All 3 payments have gone through. You probably don't know anything I'm talking about, but
No,
they waited months to bill me.
I've seen the message traffic, but not something I pay attention to, not in my purview.
No, it's all good, brother. It's all good. And
We appreciate that.
maybe one day I'll graduate to fellow. You never know. I keep trying.
Um, there are things in the works.
Okay, that's good to know. All right, man. I'm gonna go keep selling.
We're looking to expand the fellows program. So yes, there are things in the works, and I'll leave it at that.
All right. I won't pay you for any more. Have a great day and a beautiful weekend.
You too. Appreciate you. Thanks so much for being part of the call.
All right, man. Be well. Bye.
Bye bye.